Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The topic of the message is, when God taught me about true love, about God's, Jesus says, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. God taught me about, and though he's talking about the areas inside of an individual, if you're going to love that person, these are the areas that you must learn to impact, these areas of the heart, soul, and the mind, that that it's all about giving unto that person, not taking advantage of. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you're supposed to do for a person's heart, soul, and mind is take care of it. Take care of it. Help that person to preserve and to help better themselves to whatever area of their life is what true love is all about. But the thing is, the scripture says in John 13:35 that, we're recognized as his disciples by our love towards one another, how much we care about one another. And the thing is, if we do not care about these areas, that these areas are becoming more better, a better heart, a better soul, and a better mind, we truly are not loving that person. And you know how, this world system has, sabotaged the word love with lust, that people are saying and are acting and saying that they love somebody, but they're showing lust attributes in how they're treating that person. And they're trying to get, something from out of the person, instead of, pretty much, I look at it as putting something in a person. The thing is, it's sad how bad this world is, operating in lust. And Eric keep on saying love, 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 and you see a bunch of lust responds to people when they say they love somebody. Look, love is, like I said, it's about helping a person become better at what they're doing, improving in living life. You know what I'm saying? Improving methods, giving people advice to help live life more better, finding out advice, finding ways to better and improve whatever we do in life is what the agenda of love is all about. There's no, in true love that I love, that Jesus has shown forth to us, that it's not about, really asking for any reward. You know what I'm saying? It's not about looking for a reward. It's about, giving someone the ability to prosper without knowing nothing, and, without needing nothing from that other person. You know what I'm saying? That's what the true acts of love is all about. I mean, lust is just about, what is in it for me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they're going to only do something based upon what's in it for them. And the thing is, people need to understand that love, is supposed to be about these territories. The thing is, and be disciplined. That means be focused on helping to improve territories of a better heart, a better soul, a better mind. That pretty much, that is all about making better decisions of their life that will improve them to, with inside themselves. It's not something within, from the inside out, not seeing what's outside that you see, that you will want to involve yourself in physically to take advantage of. That's really, that people are there putting love on that. No, that's not love. You know what I'm saying? Never been love. Jesus showed us the great act of love in just giving himself away, knowing that, guess what? People will reject his love. You know what I'm saying? And many will reject his love. He still gave himself away for us to have salvation through him. Is what, the ideal of love. And love is a giving force, that I keep telling people. That it's a giving force. It's not really what you can get out of it from it, but it's a giving force that is always giving, giving out, giving out. And the thing is, we can only, like as John says, we can only love. We can't love without God. You know what I'm saying? We cannot even give love without God, because God is love. And God is love, that a love that's everlasting, and a love that, never fails, that a love that believeth all things, endure all things. You notice the word all in that. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful God's love is, that we don't have the ability in our shape, capable in our flesh, to execute such kind of love towards one another, especially when people are mistreating us and doing bad things to us. And as you know about the Matthew's 5:4 love, and we love our enemies, bless those that curse us, pray for them that despitefully use us. It's the attribute that we have to show if we're going to show God's love to the world. And and here's the thing why people don't want God's love, because it's not something that's about them. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that has to do with them being seen. You know what I'm saying? Them being noticed, them being, glorified, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That, Jesus, performed his thing, the being portrayed, being crucified and all this kind of stuff. He did that, like as what Paul says, he was no respecter. He was a man with no reputation. He wasn't trying to execute all the things out to establish a reputation among men to be seen as this great figure. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's his agenda. His agenda was, of course, doing the will of the Father, you know what I'm saying, to serve and give us the greatest gift of salvation to the world. That's what his agenda. You know what I'm saying? Love agenda is not what we can get out of it, what can come out of it. It's all about what we can give out to those that are in need of love, that we need to understand, and we need to really see that if we really giving God's love, that will be what love is all about. But love is discipline. Yes, love is discipline. But that's really the topic of the message. Love is a discipline force but you're not being disciplined because because you it's not just because see how we need reasons to do things. The thing is, our kind of idea of love concerning humanity, we need reasons to do something. But love is a discipline. It's a focus on execution, as what Jesus is showing us concerning the cross. His focus of execution of God's will is what he was focusing. Everybody was a blur. Everybody that was, against him and not for him was a blur. He was busy focused on, fulfilling the power of God, fulfilling the purpose of God. And the thing is, that's what love is. And of course, in relationships that people don't understand, is a focus that we're supposed to be focused on the individual that we're with and showing that love towards them. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be focused on helping them execute what needs to be executed. And the thing is, a lot of people are not, they're distracted, you know what I'm saying, by everybody else saying this and that person, that. But God's love is focused, and it's focused on the agenda to, like it is, help better the individual. It's focus. Love don't talk bad about people. Love won't look at a person negative. Love will always focus on the positive things about the individual and help maximize that and minimize the negativity to help that person perform the way they're supposed to do to everybody else. And that's what God's love is all about, facilitating in a disciplined way. But the force of the love of God is discipline. Not we're disciplined in our fleshly being. We're not disciplined. But the force of the love of God, when you develop it in your heart, is a discipline. Or as David says, it's like a well springing up. You know what I'm saying? The well does not spring it up. It's a force that's inside the well that's springing up. That love, is supposed to facilitate concern of us. And for us, it's the joy of the Lord is our strength. Joy is supposed to empowers the life of the water of the love that we're supposed to have, that we're supposed to be giving towards one another and not accepting anything back from each other. You know what I'm saying? That we need to see this discipline of love, this disciplined love for us that we need to operate in if we want to truly operate in God. That we need to understand that this is the disciplined love that people need. You know, people need this disciplined love. They don't need a distracted love that lust is distracting. Love will keep us distracted over something, of course, pertaining our flesh. But God has a love that is disciplined, that is focused and zeroed in to execute a love towards an individual to help make sure that individual serve a purpose, that they can help better themselves and fulfill their purpose. Of course, it's Genesis 1:26, created in the image and the likeness of God. And that is what disciplined love is all about. And that's what God desires us to operate in, his love, not in our, sabotage love called lust. You know what I'm saying? That's, focus on me, myself, and not a cursed trinity. Selfishness that, all about self and forget about everyone else. That's not love. All right, that's the topic of the message. I hope you understand the disciplined love that is focused and zero in and help executing the thing that an individual needs to execute and fulfill his purpose, being made in the image and the likeness of God, because God is love. That's the message. To God be the glory and forever in Jesus' name. Amen.